It's a pleasure for us to receive you today here in our home. Today will be also your home. Debo deciros que como Espanyol estamos muy orgullosos, como Real Club Deportivo Espanyol estamos muy orgullosos de poder recibir hoy vuestra asociación, Passion 73, Passion 73. Pensamos que como club, un club de fútbol como el Espanyol, tenemos la responsabilidad y el placer muchas veces de poder aportar nuestro grano de arena a causas interesantes como la que estáis desarrollando vosotros. Pensamos que es muy importante la labor que estáis haciendo, el hecho de tener una entidad colaborativa como la vuestra, una entidad que está intentando llegar al máximo posible de países y una entidad que está intentando hacer una labor que no es sencilla. Pensamos que como club debemos daros este apoyo y en el día de hoy nuestro apoyo es abriros las puertas en nuestra casa para que también sea vuestra casa. Esperamos que en el futuro tengamos muchas más ocasiones de poder hacer alguna actividad conjunta, de poder aportar también nuestro esfuerzo, porque al final con el esfuerzo de todos se puede tirar adelante todo este proyecto. Y a partir de aquí, nuestro rol como club en una jornada como la de hoy es aprender de todo lo que habéis puesto en marcha, aprender de todo lo que en el futuro estoy seguro también pondréis en marcha y sobre todo daros las gracias y nuestro aplauso, en este caso virtual, también para los que nos estáis siguiendo desde la distancia, a una labor tan interesante y tan importante como la que estáis haciendo.
My name is John Ward and I work at a company called IQVIA. We work in the healthcare and data industry. One of the big problems with rare disease is that it affects a small group of people. Each disease affects a small group of people, and about 80% of them have a genetic origin. That might sound terrible, but with the advances we're making in genetic manipulation, it's actually going to be an advantage for us in the near future. It's a cross-border problem. There are no frontiers for rare diseases. Anybody can affect it anywhere in the world. And in order to give those people a voice, we need to bring the whole world together on this platform. What's the idea behind the Patient 73 Hub? It's a place where we bring all of the players in the rare disease environment together, all of the players in that ecosystem, all of the people that are affected or trying to help those affected by rare diseases. We want to bring them all together so that we can find those solutions. We're running a number of different events around the platform to try and raise awareness and raise funds for the work that we're doing with the platform. And one of those is the Game Jam. But apart from that, we have a thing called a Minority Fest, which is a cinema event all around rare diseases. We have photographic exhibitions that are traveling around Europe and hopefully around the world soon. We'll be having a gymkhana and we'll be having congresses. And finally, we'll be having our Game Jam for 2024. The 2023 edition was a great success, and one of the big objectives for the 2024 is that we involve players who are using AI so that the complexity and the beauty of the games, the elegance of the games, is raised to a new level.
I'm working in clinical research to develop clinical therapeutic strategies to treat these diseases. The important point here is the genetic origin is more than 80% of genetic origin. That means that usual or regular treatments that available today for other diseases are not working in this case because when you have a genetic disease, you need to treat the mutations, you need to treat your gene, your genome, your cells. That 1 out of 17 individuals in the world have one of these diseases. Just only in this room, there will be more than one people by probabilities. And in fact, I can see some of the patients right now here in the room. The other hand, remedy is that only 5% of these diseases have treatments. That means 95% or more than 95% of these rare diseases have no cure nowadays. Even so, because of the advances in research in the last years, there are more than 500 therapies that are in development right now, and in fact we are working in some of them. And all of them, most of them are based on genetic manipulation in advanced therapies, what is called advanced therapies. The patient is in the center of everything for us, and And there are three main focuses: the clinical assistant and the clinical research to treat these patients, but also the society. And one example of that is this event where the people make a community to develop tools to help in the day-to-day life in these patients.
So, first of all, a game jam, it's a place where people from all over the world develop games to enter into the prize pool that you can see the prizes here on the screen. So what we did to make the game jam even better than the first edition of the game jam, we increased the time. The first game jam was a really great success. We were very happy with all the results we had. And that game jam was of 1 month of duration. This game jam is more or less 2 months. It's not only about competing with the people, competing with the different games to win the prize. It's about, maybe if you're alone, maybe if you're in a team, is to collaborate with everyone. So the final mission of the game jam, it's not to win the prize. Apart from that, it's moving the message forward that the organization, that FECAM or Patient 73 Hub, or everyone here has been sharing all day long. One technical and important thing is that all the games that are published on the game jam must be done using Unity 3D, the game engine, or Godot, that is the open source alternative. And they must be done using WebGL. That means that the game should be playable on the browser. Because the final meaning of the game jam is that these games reach the right people, reach the right patients and the right families, as the ones we are seeing here right now. So they are able to play those games and have some little fun. So right now the world is changing very fast, and we saw one theme that was very important for these games, that was AI. AI is a technology that is taking right now all over the world. So we found out that AI was a really good theme for the game jam, because people can be really creative with the games they do. And putting the AI inside, they can be very inclusive for the people playing the games. And that is one of the main criteria that you can see on the screen we have in relation of the games we are getting on the game jam. So the main criteria that our jury will follow will be basically the relation of the game with the official theme, that it's AI, the innovation of the game, how innovative it is, as well as how fun the game is. And finally, and one of the most important pieces of the game, it's the inclusiveness or the quality of the interaction. That means if the game can be playable 100% correct by the patients.
Thank you very much, Bruno. From Espanyol, I encourage everybody to join this game jam. I'm really sure that it will be very successful. I'm really sure also that today is the starting of a new age in game jam. And I'm also sure that in the next years we will remember today. Moltes gràcies per haver assistit tots en aquest event i espero que ens veiem aviat. Endavant.